so that's it. It's a good range day. Get ready to start up the car, head to the house. Yeah, let's head to the crib and let's kind of talk about this pistol. My likes, dislikes with it, and am I gonna decide to make this my new EDC? So yeah, let's go ahead and start this thing up and head back to the crib.
What's up, YouTube? We're back for the first time, and this is actually the first of my long form content that I'm bringing to you. So very excited to get the new year started. It is 2025, and we're gonna kick this thing off with a blast. So first thing that I wanted to talk about is my new EDC. I'm gonna have some footage of me going out and shooting my new EDC, and this wasn't something that I decided on or that I went after specifically, but more so something that just kind of fell into my lap, honestly, because everybody knows that there is always an everyday carry out there for somebody that is probably, in their opinion, better than others. But this kind of just fell into my lap, comparatively speaking, with my everyday carry that I usually carry. And what I usually carry is my Glock 43X. You guys, look at that. Everybody's familiar with the Glock 43X. And that is clear, nothing in the chamber, no magazine in the firearm. We are in a safe, controlled environment, so yeah, let's keep it going. So yeah, the Glock 43X has been my everyday carry. This is not the MOS version. It's just, you know, your standard Glock 43X, white sights on there and everything. Nothing spectacular about it. But the concealment is great with this thing. It's a great little firearm. I've enjoyed it. But recently, I went to my gun shop and I got a deal that I could not pass up. And I think this deal is going to replace my everyday carry and be my new everyday carry, unless something else comes along. And my new everyday carry is going to be my Smith & Wesson Equalizer. And I picked this up at my gun shop, first of all, for $400. Um, Great value for one of these equalizers, brand new, mind you. Comes with 3 double stack magazines. The presentation of Smith & Wesson is, I think, historically crappy because they give you that box that everything comes in, but it has a speed loader and everything else. It's a pretty good value when I got this thing. And so just a couple comparisons. I took this thing to the range, in which I'll show you guys a video, but just a couple things that I like about this Smith & Wesson Equalizer versus the 43X that has motivated me to make the change. And one of the things that motivated me to make the change is actually, how about we do this? Let's start from back to front. Let's just go ahead, 2025. Let's go ahead and just kill that tip to butt thing. All right. Let's just, from the rear of the firearm to the front. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about why I like this versus the 43X. Again, the 43X is not an MOS. I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, you haven't shot the MOS, da da da. This might be true, but I would imagine that there's not too many differences between the 43X and the 43X MOS. So starting from the back, one thing that I like versus the Glock 43X is I like aesthetically, I like the lines. It's more aggressive, it's more aesthetically pleasing. That's one of the comparisons that you see right off the bat here with this one. The the slide serrations on the back. If you look on that back end, look how thick that is, man. It gives you something to hold on to when you're pulling that back. And that's just something that, comparatively speaking, look how shallow those slide serrations are on the 43X. And that's typically the case with most Glocks. Also, with this firearm, it is clear, no magazine inside of it. So we are in a safe environment again. Um, Moving forward, for 400 bucks, that doesn't include the tax that you pay. It is optic ready. Um, it has the crappy sights on it, but I'm thinking I'm going to change those out too. You get this extra safety. One negative about this firearm is I don't like how high you have to be up on the safety, because it does have a better grip angle, in my opinion, than the 43X. You kind of got to get up on that beaver tail a lot. But that brings me to my next point. Even though you have to get up on that beaver tail quite a bit, the texture on the grip versus the 43X, look how smooth that is. It's almost like there's nothing on there. Now there's little small nipples, as most people know, but this is like sandpaper. Listen to that, rubbing against my skin versus the 43X. I don't know if you can hear a difference, but I definitely can. This is more gritty, which gives you a deeper bite on the pistol when you have it in your hand. So that's another thing that I like. Um, Even though this is a MOS version of the equalizer, I know I can't make that comparison with the 43X MOS because this is just a regular 43X. So that's not really a comparison, I wouldn't say, unless I had the 43X MOS. Next going up is the mag release. Look at that mag release, man. Look how thick it is. That's real meaty. Pause. And it just allows you to get a better purchase on that mag release when you're dropping your mag and you're moving along versus the 43X, where you see how shallow that is. You turn it to the side, it's almost flat versus that big nipple right there. Uh, so outside of the MOS, the deep slide serrations, the mag release, takedown, takedown on this thing. Of course, historically speaking, the takedown on Glocks, you got those two little small nipples on the side of the Glock, and sometimes those things can be hard to actuate. Well, this one is just your regular pull the slide to the rear, lock it in place, flip down your wing right here, and then release that slide and then pull it right off the front. Very, very easy on this equalizer here. Another thing is this is kind of a spin-off of the platform for the Smith & Wesson EZ. And so one thing that it did take away from the EZ platform was the ability to rack the slide very easily. And so racking the slide on this pistol is pretty effortless. Okay. Another thing, like if I just take my hand and put it into the swell of my hand or the web of my hand, I grab these slide serrations underhand and I push that pistol back. Look at that. Very easy. Unlike if I do the same thing with the shallow slide serrations of the 43X and the tension on that spring, you're gonna have to work a little bit harder with just two fingers to work that slide to the back, if you could even get on it at all. Um, Next thing with the equalizer that I like over the 43X is the trigger pull. Now, this pistol is an internal hammer fired pistol, so there is a hammer underneath the slide, which if you had one of these or you're interested in one of these and you took the slide off, you would see that hammer. The trigger is a lot better on the equalizer, comparatively speaking, out the box. So we got a little slack, the wall. Let's see here. I gotta depress that safety. So little take up. There's the wall right there. Break. Nice crisp break. Like beautiful. And then let's see. Reset. The reset's not that audible, but the reset is not long and drawn out either. I would probably prefer a little more of a audible reset, but you know, it is what it is. Glock, you know, we could just pull that to the rear. There's the wall. Man, very audible. Reset, very audible. So that's one thing that I like about the Glock 43X. Man, so far as the trigger is concerned, it's the audible reset. It has a little bit more weight to it so far as the trigger pull, comparatively speaking, to the equalizer. So the trigger pull is a lot harder than the equalizer here. Um, Another thing that I like about the equalizer versus the 43X is the rail length. This one, the equalizer is carrying a little bit longer rail length than the 43X. So you're going to have a little bit more options for mounting a rail light to the equalizer versus the 43X. And so that's another thing that I like about the 43X. There's only be a couple things that I do to this as the year goes on, or very, very shortly, and I'll make a video. I'm going to do a red dot, probably try to look at what my light options are for this thing. There's not many holsters on the market for this, or so I have not researched yet, but I'm going to find a holster for this one. And yeah, that's going to be the things I do. And I'll probably change out these sights, but this is going to be my carry for 2025. There's going to be others that I put inside the rotation, and there might be others that people might think are better. And I know there's a lot of options out there that might even be better than this. But yeah, this is it, guys. This is our first video here. My name is Ron, and this is SDT. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in, man. Please leave all your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think of the channel. And please go ahead and hit that subscribe and hit that notification for more videos to come this year. Appreciate you. And